Welcome to Architecture Bliss channel. A tiny backyard in a warm climate can feel hot, exposed, and forgotten. Or it can feel like a private tropical villa where every meal outside feels calm, shaded, and quietly luxurious. The difference is rarely the size of the space, it is the layout. When a pergola is placed with clear intention and the dining area is integrated as the heart of the design, even the smallest backyard can transform into a cool, generous outdoor kitchen that feels like it belongs to a much larger and more considered tropical home. Today, we want to show you how one specific pergola and dining layout turns a tiny outdoor kitchen into a true tropical villa experience. We will explore how the pergola creates essential shade while allowing breeze to move through, how the dining zone becomes the natural center, how materials, planting, water, and light work together to keep the space feeling fresh, private, and deeply livable, even when the sun is high and the air is warm. If you have a small backyard in a warm climate and you want an outdoor kitchen that feels special and comfortable every time you step outside, this walkthrough will give you a clear and practical way forward. Let us begin with the reality many people face. A small rectangular backyard, often no more than 12 to 15 feet wide, bright concrete or tired grass that reflects heat, a basic grill against the fence with no shade, a couple of chairs that become too hot to sit on by mid-morning. The space feels open to the sky and to neighbors. You can cook when the weather is good, but you rarely want to stay long. Everything feels temporary and uncomfortable. This is where a well-designed pergola and dining layout changes everything. The first and most important move in a warm climate is to give the backyard a clear ceiling line that provides real shade. A pergola built with simple, well-proportioned timber or lightweight beams immediately creates a protected zone. In warm climates, the pergola must be scaled carefully so it does not trap heat. The best versions use evenly spaced slats or a partial roof that allows hot air to rise while blocking direct sun. The ideal pergola sits comfortably over the cooking counter and extends just far enough to shelter a small dining table. This creates one continuous cool zone rather than two separate areas that compete for space. The pergola should feel connected to the architecture of the house. Warm timber works beautifully with stucco or wood siding. Lighter frames with clean lines suit more modern homes. The important thing is that the structure looks deliberate and belongs to its surroundings. Once the pergola is in place, the next critical decision is the position of the dining table. In small backyards, many people place the table in the open or push it to the side. In warm climates, this makes the space feel even hotter and more fragmented. A much stronger approach is to bring the dining table directly under the pergola and connect it visually and physically to the outdoor kitchen. The most successful layouts treat the cooking zone and dining zone as one continuous experience. The counter usually runs along one wall or fence line. The dining table sits perpendicular or parallel to it, still fully protected by the same pergola. This creates natural and generous flow. The person cooking never feels isolated, and guests can move easily between the counter and the table without leaving the shaded area. In a tiny backyard in a warm climate, this integrated pergola and dining layout is what allows the space to feel like a private tropical villa rather than a basic hot patio. Now, let us look at the details that make the difference. Material choices matter enormously when the sun is strong. Too many different textures create visual clutter and can feel busy. The strongest versions use a restrained, heat-friendly palette, warm wood for the pergola, light stone or honed concrete for the counter that stays cooler to the touch, terracotta or ceramic pots, and cushions in soft, natural fabrics that breathe. The pergola slats are left open enough for dappled light and air movement. This allows filtered sun to move across the table and creates beautiful, shifting shadows throughout the day. Plants are essential in warm climates. They provide cooling, privacy, and life. In a small backyard, you rarely have room for large trees, but climbing vines on pergola posts, tall planters at the corners, and a few broad-leaf tropical plants can make the space feel more private and alive. The plants should frame the structure rather than hide it. The goal is to let the pergola remain the dominant architectural element, while the greenery adds softness, shade, and a sense of enclosure. Consider plants that love warmth: palms, ferns, monstera, or jasmine for scent. Water elements can transform the feeling of the space. Even a simple fountain or small basin near the dining area adds movement, sound, and a surprising sense of coolness. In warm climates, the sound of water makes the entire area feel fresher and more luxurious without needing much space. Lighting transforms the layout from practical to emotional, especially in the evening. During the day, the pergola provides essential shade and protection from heat. As the sun drops, the same structure becomes the perfect armature for layered light. A few simple pendant lights or lanterns suspended from the beams over the dining table create a warm and welcoming center. Under-counter lighting can gently wash the cooking surface. If there is space, a delicate string of warm lights woven through the pergola slats adds a soft glow that makes the area feel intimate and expensive. The contrast between the bright day and the gentle evening light makes the villa feeling even stronger. Proportion and scale remain equally important. Everything must feel right for the actual size of the yard and for the warm climate. A dining table sized for 4 to 6 people works best. The pergola beams should sit at a height that feels protective without trapping heat. When these proportions are correct, the entire area feels calm, balanced, and intentional rather than cramped or makeshift. This layout also creates a surprising sense of privacy. Even in a small urban or suburban backyard, the pergola, the way the dining area is tucked beneath it, and the surrounding planting naturally screen the space. You can cook, Sit and eat outside and still feel as though you have stepped into a private tropical world. The result is not just a better place to cook. It is a small outdoor room that changes how you use your home and how you feel when you are in it, especially on warm evenings. A tiny backyard in a warm climate does not have to stay hot and exposed. When the pergola and the dining layout are designed as one thoughtful composition, the space stops being just a place to stand while the food cooks. It becomes an outdoor room where meals last longer, conversations feel easier, and the simple act of stepping outside begins to feel like a small daily luxury. This is the real gift of good architectural thinking applied to small outdoor spaces in warm climates. It is rarely about adding more square footage. It is about arranging the elements you already have with care: shade, breeze, materials, planting, and light, so that the space gives back far more than its measurements would suggest. If you have a small backyard in a warm climate and you are planning an outdoor kitchen, the pergola and dining layout may be one of the most powerful decisions you can make. It does not require an enormous budget, yet it changes the entire experience of being outside. I would love to know, if you were creating a tiny tropical villa outdoor kitchen, how would you connect the cooking area and the dining area? Would you run them along one line, or would you create a gentle L shape? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your experiences often shape the ideas we explore here on Architecture Bliss. And if you enjoy calm, considered design for small outdoor spaces in warm climates, I invite you to subscribe. There are many more walkthroughs coming that focus on how to make even the most modest backyards feel generous, private, and deeply livable. Thank you for spending this time with me. Until next time, may your outdoor spaces feel peaceful, cool, well-made, and truly yours.